Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories, and today we're bringing you a great matchup between the Shawnee Mission North Indians, coached by Kim Grinnell, and the Shawnee Mission East Lancers, coached by Nate Southwick. Let's go ahead and meet our contestants. First, from Shawnee Mission North.
Hello, my name is Antonio. My favorite football player is Jamal Charles.
Hi, I'm Walter Wright, and my favorite football player is Gerald Ford.
Hi, I'm Emily Kyle, and my favorite football player is Peyton Manning.
Hi, I'm Quentin Jones, and my favorite football player is Antonio Brown.
Hi, I'm Jacob Swearingen, and my favorite football player is David Beckham.
Oh. And our contestants from Shawnee Mission East.
Hi, I'm Jack, and I'm a senior. I'm Nate, and I'm also a senior.
I'm Shing, and I'm also a senior.
I'm Monica, and I'm also a senior.
I'm Chloe, and I'm also a senior.
Fantastic. Here on Categories, in the first round, we are going to take turns answering questions. If a team responds correctly, they earn a point for their team. If they respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal the category. We did a coin toss before we started taping. It was won by Shawnee Mission East, so East. Here is the first category. It is literature. The book, At Dawn We Slept by G.W. Prang, is also subtitled The Untold Story of which U.S. battle? Nathan?
Gettysburg.
It is not Gettysburg. Indians, chance to steal this literature question. The book, At Dawn We Slept by G.W. Prang, is subtitled The Untold Story of which U.S. battle? Walter?
Washington crossing the Delaware?
I'm sorry, that too is incorrect. Pearl Harbor. Attack on Pearl Harbor. Indians, coming back to you, vocabulary. The following question has an answer that is also part of a car. It's a person who did not actually commit a crime, but helped in committing it. Antonio.
An accessory.
An accessory, very good. Lancers, coming back to you with world geography, specifically flags. What are the three colors on the German flag? Jack.
Yellow, red, and black.
That is correct. Back to you, Indians, with current events. Hillary Clinton testified at a public hearing of the House Committee investigating the attacks in Benghazi, Libya. What year did the attacks take place? Antonio.
2011.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Lancers, chance to steal the same question. Current events is the category. Hillary Clinton testified. Nathan.
2012.
2012. Coming back to you, Lancers, with medicine. What respiratory problem accounts for more school absences than any other chronic illness? Chloe.
The flu.
I'm sorry, cannot take the flu. Indians, chance to steal this medicine category. What respiratory problem accounts for more school absences than any other chronic illness? Walter.
Asthma?
It is asthma. Indians, coming back to you, this time it's art, specifically art terminology. What term describes the work of painters and craftsmen who, although knowing little or nothing about basic principles of perspective and light, are admired for the portrayals of ordinary habits of a period or place? Time on that. Lancers, chance to steal this art terminology category. What term describes the work of painters and craftsmen who, although they know little or nothing about basic principles of perspective and light, are admired for the portrayals of ordinary habits of a period or place? Nathan?
Populist artists.
It's not populist, it's folk art. Folk art. We are coming back to you, Lancers, with the next category. It is math. The interval between the lowest and highest scores on a test is known as the what? Chloe.
The range.
It is the range. Back to you, North. Exercise is the category. What do we call the process of getting your muscles ready for increased work? Antonio?
A warm-up.
A warm-up. Back to you, East. World economics. There are only 3 wheat exporting countries in the Western Hemisphere. The United States and Canada are two of them. What is the third? Jack?
Mexico.
It is not Mexico. Indians, chance to steal this world economics question. There are only 3 wheat exporting countries in the Western Hemisphere. The United States and Canada are two of them. What is the third? Jacob?
Argentina.
It is Argentina. Staying with you, North, U.S. history is the category. It took 6 years for Congress to find a satisfactory emblem for the USA. What 2 birds were suggested for use for this emblem or the coat of arms? Jacob?
The turkey and the American eagle.
Those are the 2. Back to you, Lancers. Current events. Give the name of the Queen of Technicolor who starred in The Miracle on 34th Street and Parent Trap, who died recently at the age of 95. Nathan?
Jane Fonda.
It is not Jane Fonda. Indians, chance to steal this current events question. Give the name of the Queen of Technicolor. She starred in The Miracle on 34th Street and The Parent Trap, who died recently at the age of 95. Walter?
Lauren Bacall.
It is not Lauren Bacall. It's Maureen O'Hara. Maureen O'Hara. Indians, we are coming back to you with world history. Over which Asian peninsula did France gain partial control, holding it until 1954? Antonio?
Gulf of Tonkin.
I cannot accept that. East, chance to steal this world history question. Over which Asian peninsula did France gain partial control, holding it until 1954? Jack?
The Malay Peninsula.
Sorry, I cannot accept that. We were looking for Indochina. Indochina. Lancers, coming back to you with sports. In Boston, what structure is 37 feet high and 350 feet from home? Jack?
Green Monster.
It is the Green Monster. North, coming back to you, world geography is the category. Which city is the diamond cutting center of Europe? Walter?
Brussels.
And it's not Brussels. East, chance to steal this world geography question. Which city is the diamond cutting center of Europe? Chloe?
Geneva.
It is not Geneva. It is Amsterdam. Amsterdam. Lancers, coming back to you, language is the category. These people have 100 different words for snow, depending on subtle difference in color, tone, depth, and temperature. What? Nathan?
The Inuit.
Inuit, very good. Indians, coming back to you with literature. A person who writes books for other people is called what? Jacob?
A ghostwriter.
A ghostwriter. Lancers, coming back to you, this time it's artists. The English scene Norham Castle at sunrise was painted by one of that country's masters. Who was he? Time on that. Indians, chance to steal this artist category. The English scene Norham Castle at sunrise was painted by one of that country's masters. Who was he? Joseph Turner. Joseph Turner. North, coming back to you, economics is the category. It's a medium of exchange, a unit of account, and a store of value. These are the 3 functions of what? Walter?
Currency.
Currency or money. Very good. Lancers, back to you, U.S. history. What did the Smoot-Hawley Act put into place? Time on that. Indians, chance to steal this U.S. history question. What did the Smoot-Hawley Act put into place? High tariffs. High tariffs. Indians, we are staying with you. Ancient history this time. Who was defeated at the Battle of Chalons in, let me start over. Who was defeated at the Battle of Chalons in 451? Antonio?
Charles Martel.
That is incorrect. Lancers, chance to steal this ancient history question. Who was defeated at the Battle of Chalons in 451? Nathan.
The Roman Empire.
It is not the Roman Empire. It's Attila the Hun. Attila the Hun. Lancers, we are staying with you. This time it is science biology. What is the name of any cell attacked by a virus? Chloe.
The host cell.
A host cell. Very good. Indians, coming back to you with literature. It's a fairly long question, so please pay attention. A recent historian of science writes that modern physics sometimes appears to be invented by the White Queen, who was often believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. This fictional queen was invented by the author Lewis Carroll in what book? Antonio?
The Chronicles of Narnia.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Lancers, chance to steal this literature question. A recent historian of science writes that modern physics sometimes appears to be invented by the White Queen. Jack.
Alice in Wonderland.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. We're looking for Through the Looking Glass. Through the Looking Glass. Lancers, we are coming back to you for the next category, which is theater. In 1949, Pulitzer Prize-winning drama. In this 1949 Pulitzer Prize-winning drama, the title character commits suicide. Name the character or the play. Indians, chance to steal this theater question. In this 1949 Pulitzer Prize-winning drama, the title character commits suicide. Name the character or the play. Walter.
Death of a Salesman.
Yep, Death of a Salesman, and Willie Loman was the character. Indians, we're sticking with you with science. How does oil or grease prevent steel from rusting?
It prevents oxidation.
It prevents oxidation. Very good. Lancers, another science question, this time engineering. What sort of bridge is supported by cables which are supported by a tower? Jack.
Suspension.
It is a suspension bridge. North, coming back to you, U.S. geography. The official state drink of Florida is orange juice. Which state has cranberry juice as its official state drink? Jacob.
Maryland.
It is not Maryland. Lancers, chance to steal this U.S. geography question. The official state drink of Florida is orange juice. What is the state, or what state has cranberry juice as its official state drink? Jack.
Massachusetts.
That's Massachusetts. Very good. And that siren does denote the end of our first half. It is a close competition. Currently, the score is Shawnee Mission North 9, Shawnee Mission East 8. At this part of our program, we are going to go to a representative from each team who's going to give us a campus update, and we're going to go to Emily from Shawnee Mission North. What is happening over on Johnson Drive?
Well, just this Saturday, our cross-country team for boys and girls won regionals, and so they are going to state this Saturday. Our girls gymnastics team also competed in state in Newton this Saturday and took 8th place, as well as having girls finish in top 6 for some events. And our football also won last week, and we'll be playing the Lancers this upcoming Thursday. And also we have a fall musical, The Fantastics, and we're having shows for that on November 4th, 6th, and 7th.
All right, lots of things happening. And Jack, you are giving us the update for the Lancers. What's happening over on 75th and Mission?
Well, our marching band just went to the K-State Marching Festival and got a score of 1, which is good, very good. And our debate team made it to the finals round of the Iowa Caucus Tournament and earned a bid to the Tournament of Champions. We recently just celebrated Mole Day, which is, chemistry and physics department celebration of Avogadro's constant on October 23rd. So,
all right. Now, did you guys have school on the 23rd? No. So did people come back to the building on?
Yeah. We're dedicated.
Yep.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right. As we head into our second half here on categories, it is our lightning round. And as tradition, we start our lightning round with our look and listen question, in which we have a monitor here in the studio for our contestants to look at. And just a reminder to the contestants that once we start, you can ring in. Once we stop the video, we cannot replay it, so you have to go from the clues given in the video up until that point. And those who are playing at home, please remember the look and listen is worth 2 points. All right, here we go. Both teams, here is our look and listen question. The category is history. Name the cultural icon coined from the following images. Chloe.
Rosie the Riveter.
It is Rosie the Riveter. 2 points for you. As we continue in the remainder of the second round, it is the lightning round in which questions will be placed on the floor for either team to answer. If a team responds correctly, they earn a point. If they respond incorrectly, the other team still gets a chance to steal the category. Both teams, the category is history, specifically to England. What was the only language that England's King George I could speak? Chloe.
French.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Indians, same question. History category?
German.
It is German, Jacob. Very good. U.S. history for both teams. Who was the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations during the Cuban Missile Crisis? Nathan.
Kissinger.
It is not Kissinger. Indians, chance to steal this U.S. history category. Who was the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations during the Cuban Missile Crisis? Adlai Stevenson. Adlai Stevenson. Science for both teams. What is the name given to bituminous coal from which volatile constituents have been drawn off by intense heat? It's almost pure carbon and burns. Jack.
Charcoal.
Cannot accept charcoal. Sorry. Indians, do you have a chance to steal this science category? Jacob.
Coke.
It is Coke. Music, lyrics is for both categories. What food items are listed in the lyrics of Take Me Out to the Ball Game? Antonio.
Peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
Peanuts and Cracker Jack. Very good. Vocabulary for both teams. If you were made to apologize or admit your faults, you could say that you are eating what? Antonio.
Your words.
I cannot accept your words. Lancers, chance to steal this vocabulary question. If you were made to apologize or admit your faults, you could be said to be eating what? Chloe.
Your pride.
It is not pride. We're looking for humble pie. Humble pie. Literature for both teams. The Russian Vladimir Ulyanov used a more famous name for his writings. One of his works is The Development of Capitalism in Russia. He died in 1924. Nathan.
Vladimir Lenin.
Lenin, very good. Museums for both teams. In what country other than Egypt can one find the most Egyptian relics located in museums? Antonio.
The British Museum of Art.
Yep, Britain, yes. Both teams, world history. Name any 1 year in the 5-year span during which the United States spent $13.6 billion to revive capitalism and secure democracy in Western Europe in a program known as Jacob.
1950.
1950 falls in that time frame. Citizenship for both teams. Suppose you gave up your U.S. citizenship to move to Canada. What name is given to this process of giving up citizenship voluntarily in one's native country to take up citizenship in another? Walter.
Migrating.
It is not migrating. Lancers, chance to steal this citizenship category. Suppose you gave up your U.S. citizenship to move to Canada. What name is given to this process of giving up citizenship voluntarily in one's native country to take up citizenship in another? Nathan.
Expatriating.
Expatriating or expatriation. Either one would be acceptable. Both teams, photography is the next category. On a single lens reflex camera, the numerical marks on the ring that adjusts the camera's aperture are called what? Antonio.
Zoom.
It is not zoom. Lancers, chance to steal this photography question. On a single lens reflex camera, the numerical marks on a ring that adjusts the camera's aperture are called what? Shane.
Dials.
Cannot accept dials. We're looking for F stops or F numbers. Spelling. How do you spell penitentiary? Antonio.
Penitentiary.
That is correct. Both teams. Literature. Characters. Identify the other name from the following famous pair. Paulo and Francesca. Science, biochemists is the next category. It's a fairly long question, so please pay attention. This British biochemist is one of few to win 2 Nobel Prizes. He won the chemistry award in 1958 for identifying the amino acid sequence of insulin, and shared the 1980 chemistry award for developing a way to rapidly determine the chemical structure of pieces of DNA. Name him. Jack.
Watson.
It is not Watson. Indians, chance to steal this biochemist question. This British biochemist is one of the few to win 2 Nobel Prizes. Jacob.
Crick.
It is not Crick. It's Frederick Sanger. Those are both good guesses. Both teams, here we go. Current events. A government plan to ban the wearing of the niqab, a veil worn by some Muslim women, has been at the center of a big debate ahead of the parliamentary elections in which, Walter?
Canada.
In Canada. Geography, islands for both teams. These islands lie off the west coast of Scotland. Also called the Western Isles, over 500 islands are in this group. What is this group called? Jack.
The Orkney Islands?
I cannot accept that. Indians, chance to steal this geography question. These islands lie off the west coast of Scotland, also called the Western Isles. Over 500 islands are in this group. What is this group called? Antonio.
The Scottish Isles?
It is not the Scottish Isles, it's the Hebrides. Games is the next category. What 3 numbers appear in the shuffleboard game reflecting the number of points gained? Seven, 8, and 10. American history. In 1983, Congress set aside what day to commemorate Reverend Martin Luther King's birthday? I need a month and a particular day. Chloe.
January 22nd.
I cannot accept that. Indians, chance to steal this American history question. In 1983, Congress set aside what day to commemorate Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday? I need a specific month and particular day. Quentin.
February 22nd.
I cannot accept that. We're looking for the 3rd Monday in January. 3rd Monday in January. This time, Shawnee Mission North has a bit of a lead of 16 to Shawnee Mission East 12. Math is the next category. A living room is 3 feet longer than it is wide and requires 180 square feet of wall-to-wall carpeting. What are the dimensions of this room? It's 12 by 15. 12 by 15. World geography for both teams. The world's best known steel cantilever bridge is found in Scotland and spans which firth? Jacob.
The Firth of Forth.
The Firth of Forth. Vocabulary for both teams. Multiple choice. To call someone a Pollyanna is tantamount to calling them naive, dense, clever, witty, or overweight. Nathan.
Dense.
I cannot accept dense. Indians, chance to steal this vocabulary question. To call someone a Pollyanna is tantamount to calling them naive, dense, clever. Jacob.
Naive.
It is naive. Classical music is the next category. What did Lorenzo da Ponte do for Mozart? Nathan.
Transcribed.
We can accept that. Very good. Law for both teams. What is the general name usually given to any laws that are intended to protect wild birds and animals from human hunters? Nathan.
Conservation law.
Cannot accept conservation laws. Indians, chance to steal this law question. What is the general name usually given to any laws that are intended to protect wild birds and animals from human hunters? Jacob.
Migratory Bird Acts.
Cannot accept that. Just looking for simply game laws. Game laws. Science, chemistry for both teams. A compound formed from an alcohol and an acid. Jacob.
An ether?
It's not an ether. Lancers, chance to steal this chemistry question. It's a compound formed from an alcohol and an acid. Nathan.
Ester.
It is an ester. Math for both teams. What 3 consecutive numbers add up to 75? Quentin.
24, 25, and 26.
Those are the 3. Very good. And with that siren, that does denote the end of our match with the final score of Shawnee Mission North 19, Shawnee Mission East 14. And I'd like to thank also for today our judge today serving is Jeanette Bonjour, and our official scorekeeper is Kristen Babcock. All right, please join us next time here on Categories as we will continue to bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.